Why is 6% the magic number? We'll get into that in a second. Bill Gaylord here with your Friday market update. So this week, mortgage rates were pretty ho-hum, sitting around 6.8%, staying just under that all-important 7% psychological threshold. It's not the big drop we all want, but in today's market, a little stability is a good thing. We also had two key inflation reports come out, the CPI and the PPI, Consumer Price Index and Producer Price Index, and both landed pretty much as expected. Now, the CPI did show an annual increase, but let me explain why that's not as scary as it sounds. So CPI is calculated using the last 12 months of inflation data. So each month, one older month drops off. And last June, it had an unusually low reading, almost zero. So even though this month wasn't very hot, that low number rolling off made the year-over-year number actually look higher. Not a big deal. No major red flags, no new inflation surge. And right now, that's helping keep mortgage rates steady. And about those tariffs, everyone's been watching. So far, no signs they've kicked in. The producers are actually absorbing some of it, and there's some early speculation that they won't have a major impact on inflation when they do. It's a one-time inflation kick, and then they stable out. Now, yesterday, I hosted our Sell Like the Builders seminar where I walked agents through how to compete with new construction using rate buydowns, helping sellers attract buyers, contributing to lower interest rates. The builders are offering incentives left and right to attract buyers, and sellers can do the same. So after the event, a realtor pulled me aside and said, "Hey, Bill, what's the magic mortgage rate we need to see to really unlock this market?" And it was such a great question. So here's my take on the magic number being 6%. So we talk about this in real estate all the time, the power of psychological pricing. So you list a house at $499,000 and you'll get more clicks than at $500,000. It's kind of this psychological threshold, even if it's nearly the same price. Why? Because people are just wired to respond to perceived value. Mortgage rates behave in the same way. When we dipped just below 6.75% a few weeks ago, we saw a pop in purchase activity. It just happened. When they were down near 6.5%, even more action. And last September, we absolutely neared 6%, and the application volume really picked up. That 6% rate is like flipping a switch in the buyer's mind. They stop waiting and start moving. So if conventional rates are at 6%, FHA and VA rates are now at about 5.5%. Those are good numbers. So let's talk about the impact of that. So dropping from 6.75% down to 6% saves a home buyer about $250 per month in their mortgage payment on a $500,000 mortgage. That's about $3,750 per year in interest savings, and over the life of a loan, tens of thousands of dollars. That's a lot. So that's the kind of savings that makes buyers act. Now I hear the counterpoint, especially from the younger buyers. Yeah, but home prices were way lower back in the day. Of course, people could afford to buy. And they're right. Prices were definitely lower. But guess what was higher? The interest rates were higher. The average mortgage rate since 1960 is 7.43%. It was higher, no doubt. Even if we exclude the volatile Carter inflation years and the ultra low COVID rates, the adjusted average is still 7.1%. So a 6% rate, that's well below the historical average. And yes, homes cost more today, but with a 6% mortgage, the magic number, the debt to income ratios are actually in line with historical norms. So you're not overpaying, you're paying what most generations did in a different format. Higher home, lower rate. Let's talk about demand. And what brings me to the elephant in the room, pent up demand, because it is out there. So let me ask you this. Did you know that the median age of a first-time home buyer right now, 38 years old? 38 years old. Some of those folks are getting gray hair. They're raising kids and still waiting for the right moment to buy their home. They want to buy a home. You want more proof of pent-up demand? The number of U.S. households has grown by over 36 million since 1993, when I got into the mortgage industry. Our population is up by more than 83 million, but the number of real estate transactions is just about the same as it was 30 years ago. about 4 million transactions. Crazy. The number of people, the number of households, and yet the same number of real estate transactions. So yeah, there's demand. There's pent up demand. There's tons of it. They're not coming out right now because of the affordability. It's not desire. It is affordability. It's holding people back. And mortgage payments become more affordable when the rates drop. In fact, it's estimated that every 1% drop in interest rates could add up to 5 million potential home buyers. And that's more than all the homes sold in 2024, which totaled just 4 million, as we just discussed. So right now, over 50%, get this, over 50% of all mortgage purchase applications are coming from first-time home buyers. But in 2024, only 26% of the actual home purchases were made by first-time home buyers. One of the lowest levels in decades. That tells me this: buyers want to buy, they're applying, but something's stopping them from pulling the trigger. And in most cases, it's not qualification, it's comfort. It's their comfort zone, what feels right. They're thinking, this payment just feels too high. It's outside my personal budget. Let's just wait until rates come down a little bit more and then I'll feel more comfortable. And hey, I get it, but here's what you need to know. Right now, sellers are offering incentives like we haven't seen in years. It's free money to the buyers. Sellers have a pile of cash in home equity that they are actually giving some of that up to the buyers to buy. Rate buydowns, closing cost credits, upgrades, price flexibility. That's what I call free money. It's free money right now to the buyers. And it's only here because sellers need buyers right now. Their house is listed for a reason. They want to sell it. But if you wait for that perfect, magical 6% interest rate, here's what could happen to you. Buyer demand floods back in. We've seen it. Purchase application volume goes up. Inventory tightens. The inventory levels go down because more people are buying. Negotiating power shifts back to the seller. We don't want that again, right? Take it now. And those seller incentives, they could disappear. The free money is gone. You'll be in line with multiple offers, waiving contingencies, and writing love letters just to compete to buy the home. So that affordable payment that you waited for, it'll get eaten up by higher prices, and you're going to need more money to save for the closing costs. You'll have less negotiating power. So if you're a buyer right now who can afford the payment, even if it doesn't feel perfect and it's higher than you feel good personally right now, it actually might be the smartest time to act. Secure the house, take that seller money, and refinance later. And did I mention we have a lender for life program where we waive all mortgage lender fees on a refinance, keeping that cost way down, because once rates fall, the market will move fast and you bought early and you can lower your mortgage payment. So the smart buyers, they don't wait. They act when the market is quiet. They are the buffalo. They're charging forward while others are running from the storm. They're trying to run with the market. That's not going to happen. So thanks for watching. If you need help explaining this to your buyers or want to run through the numbers together, please reach out. I'm happy to help. As you can see, I'm a little passionate about this. I'm here to help guide you with your clients and grow your business no matter what the market is doing. We'll see you next week. This is Gaylord out. Have an awesome weekend. Bye-bye.